Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a video on my college decisions and what I want to do, why I waited for college, and all that fun stuff. So to start, I graduated high school uh, this year, 2019, in May. I believe it was the 23rd of May. I graduated high school and it was not very easy last year because my anxiety started to get really bad and my depression started to get really bad. Um, Most of the people that I knew already had graduated because I kind of had to repeat that year. Um, and I didn't really have anybody. I had friends there, but I still felt alone and uh, like my in my own little bubble, and I couldn't. I was gonna quit high school completely. I wasn't planning on even graduating. I was planning on dropping out. That was how bad I got my mental health to be, and I got through it. I started going to therapy, and the first few times I tried going to therapist, it it wasn't easy. Um, I went to talk to a psychiatrist who wasn't helpful at all, and then I went to talk to my primary care physician, and she sent me to another therapist after I told her what had happened. And I am going to that therapist now, and I'm really comfortable there. And I'm slowly figuring things out, and I realized that my anxiety and my depression was bad because I didn't have any independence, and well, I didn't feel independent. I didn't feel motivated. I just it wasn't easy, and I was having panic attacks every day in school, and it was really rough. And that's when I started looking into service dogs. And well, I had previously looked into it, and I didn't think that an option for me would be to get a prospect and then start training, like the process of training and stuff. So I uh, did a little bit of training with three of my dogs that I have, pets, and one really stood out. He would have been a really good option for me as a service dog. And I started training him and see where he was at, and it was really good experience. And it was actually out of nowhere where I thought of him as, oh, he would be a perfect service dog for me, because one day I was taking him out. I took him out. Actually, I think I was working at that time for a program from school, and I had asked my mom if she would bring him when she would come pick me up, 'cause she had to walk. So she had to walk from home to my work to go bring me back home. And we were gonna look around, and that's when he didn't really even know a heel. He only knows sit, and that's all he knew. So not even a heel. So I tried putting him in a heel, and after all the time we went home, when we walked home, he stayed in the heel. I didn't ask him to. He just stayed in the heel, and I actually took him to a store close by before we headed home, and he did really well. He focused on me. I asked him for a few simple commands, and he did really well. So I talked to a local trainer, and she said, well, he would be a really good option for you. And I started training him more, and I started seeing how if he would pick up naturally on my anxiety, and he wouldn't. But after, because I didn't really know my physical symptoms were, like, but now he's learning two things, like, I don't know what he really picks up on, but he knows when I'm feeling dizzy. He can alert to me like a few minutes before I feel dizzy, so he alerts me to sit or lay down on the floor, and he stays there. He lays down on my lap and stays there until I'm okay, and he can keep me. He basically, that's how his journey with me began. And I'm very, very thankful for him. And that is why I was able to get through high school, because he was my motivation. Because I was like, I'm going to try to take him with me to my graduation, because I knew my that graduation day was going to be awful for me, and it was not going to be a very nice experience. So I talked to the principal at the school. I talked to a few different people at school, and they said, no, you can't bring him unless you have a doctor's note. And I tried to get one from my what is it called, my pediatrician, and she wouldn't give me a note. I tried to ask a therapist, he wouldn't give me a note, and none of that worked, so I had to push through it. And I actually did have a really bad panic attack in that graduation. And actually I had a few friends that had known previously, and that I might be having a panic attack there. And they said, oh, well, we'll try to keep you safe, and we'll try to be with you as much as we can, and you just let me know. And I was actually going to tell a friend of mine, but it just didn't feel right for me to, he was with his friends and his group, and I didn't feel like disrupting that, and I pushed through it. So I have been in therapy now, and I've been doing really, really well. My anxiety has been controlled. I'm not on medication for my panic attacks and my anxiety and my depression, and it is helping, but sometimes it just goes really, really down, and it's just not easy for me sometimes. Certain circumstances aren't easy for me to deal with, and I shelter myself. I go into my own little corner where I don't want to talk to anybody. I won't go to social media. I won't even want to talk to my parents. I won't want to eat, and I have thought of putting myself in a psychiatric hospital because of how bad it was. But I pushed myself through it, and I continue to do that, and I don't know how I do it, but I try, and I'm still here, thankfully. And I wasn't planning on going to college. After that, I was like, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with school anymore. I don't want to, torture myself anymore. But I have a half sister who, said, she talked to me, and she was like, you can't just think, oh, you don't go to school because you don't want to see certain people. No, don't care about those people. At the end, they're not even gonna be, they don't care for you. you need to start living your own life and putting yourself as a priority in life. And I was like, you know what, she's right. And she was like, you know what, I'll help you look for something that can motivate you. And she knows that I'm really into helping people and helping kids, and dealing with people with special needs, disabilities and stuff, because I have my own disabilities. I have my own complications. And she told me about this program called PTA, Physical Therapy Assistant. And she said, let me look, because I know there's some programs. Let me see if there's something around you or like in your area. And that's when I looked it up too, and I found a university, and I called the next day. I was like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm not letting anybody stop me. I'm not letting anything stop me. And I finally found something that I like. And that same night that my sister, it was really crazy out of nowhere. It was like 12 at night when I was talking to my sister about it. And I called my dad the next day, and I was like, you know what? I want to go to school. I think I found a career that I'm really interested in. And he laughed. He's like, calm down. You don't talk to me. What happened? And I'm like, you know what? I talked to my sister, and she really talked me into it. And she made me realize that I need to go to school, and for a better future for myself, and I need to have a career. And he's like, okay, I'll support you in anything you want, as long as you stick with it. I don't want you to, you know, a month from now say, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore. No, I want you to stick with it. I'll help you with anything you want, but, you know, I want you to stick with it. And I was like, okay. So the next day I did my research. I looked into calling that university, and I called, I sent an email, I looked into the program, I downloaded all the files of the information, and I figured out what I need to do, how much it's gonna cost, and it's gonna cost a lot of money, but it'll be worth it. And I'm going to push through it. But the main thing is I'm pushing myself. This has been going on for like 2 months now, and I start school on the 6th of January, and I'm very proud of myself. And yeah, it's been a tough time for me, but I pushed through it. And the main reason that I wanted to go into PTA was because there are different types of medical field careers that every medical career is helping people, but I didn't feel like going into something like doctor or nurse. I didn't want to go into being an RN, or registered nurse, for a while, but I was like, no, that's just not me. And I was like, why not physical therapy? Because I had thought of occupational therapy, and I can go into that too. But I actually didn't know. I did want to go to occupational therapy, but I didn't know there was a field in the university the university that I plan to go to. So I might bounce around those two. But I think I'm gonna stick with physical therapy assistant. But the main reason that I wanted to go into physical therapy was because I had a lot of different therapy growing up, and since I was like released from the hospital at like 4 months old, because I was born premature, at 6 months and a half, I think it was like 26 weeks. I think I weighed less than a pound. and with a lot of tubes. I was released. I was still like, I had a lot of machines, and my parents had a lot of difficult time going through that. But I think that will be in another different video that I would like to put out. I haven't seen a lot of stories like this. I have seen videos where moms talk about their kids' experiences having a premature baby, but I haven't really seen a video of a premature baby necessarily talk about their experience, like their perspective. So I would like to go into that. So let me know if you guys would like to, for me to go into that, and I will definitely do a video because I think it's important that people support each other, even if it doesn't seem like it. I think it's very important, whether it be about mental health, about a specific health problem, specific number of health problems, school, or whatever category it may be. I think it's important for us to support each other and have each other's back, because a lot of people feel left out, and sometimes it's those people that you see happy all the time, those are the people that may be hurting the most. So yeah, let's have each other's back and support one another, and not discriminate and bully one another. So I guess I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye. I'm sorry this just went a million different ways, 1,000 different turns, but I didn't really have anything. Well, I did have planned on where we're going, but let me know what you guys think of this video, and make sure to please give it a thumbs up and comment what you guys would like to know, what questions you guys want me to answer about my story, and I'll definitely do that.